This is a small little strip that shows Bardock meeting Goku and his family. When Bardock sent Goku off as a child, the last thing he was expecting was for Goku not only to survive, but to become the strongest Saiyan in the history of their race. Bardock only got a small glimpse of Goku on Namek when he was face to face with Frieza, but to imagine Bardock's reaction to seeing his son do all these things, it's something that has never been shown before in the main series. It's one of the things that people want to see most, but it just hasn't happened. This is the story of Bardock and Goku in the afterlife. So this story begins in kind of a reverse way to when Bardock had a vision of Goku in the future. This time, it's almost like Goku is having a vision of Bardock, but he's able to actually talk to him. What's happened is, over the years, Bardock has been good in the afterlife, and he's been able to keep his body. He's able to come back to the living world only for a short amount of time, and with this time, he goes to see Goku, and this is how that story goes. He comes to Goku, and when he first sees him, they're staring at each other for quite a long time. They're staring at each other just blankly, no expressions, they're both just looking at each other. Eventually Bardock says, "Kakarot," and Goku says, confused, "You know me?" Bardock looks at him and says, "It's like I've seen you somewhere before." "Yeah, in fact, you look just like me." It's slowly all coming back to him that this is his son. He takes a few steps towards Goku and brings him in for a hug. This is the longest hug Goku's had since Grandpa Gohan. Goku still doesn't know who this is, but he's thinking to himself, this feels kind of calming, as if he trusts this person even though he doesn't know who he is. Maybe it's because they have the same face and hair. Gohan and Goten, both of Goku's sons, come out in the next panel and they say, "Father, this food is delicious over there." Goku's whole bloodline is here, and Bardock sees Gohan and he says, "Kakarot, this is your son and my grandson." Bardock walks over to Gohan and Goten and pats Gohan on the head, and he asks him, "Is Goku treating you well? Is he a good dad?" Gohan says yes, and it's almost like Bardock can read minds. He turns to Goten and he picks him up just like Goku did when he saw him for the first time. Bardock says, "Goten, huh? Isn't that a nice name? You look just like Kakarot." Bardock puts Goten down and he looks towards Goku again. This time, Chi-Chi's there with him. Everything starts fading a bit lighter and Bardock says, "Is it time for me to go already?" He doesn't have long, but with the time he has, he wants to make the most out of it with Goku. He doesn't have much time left, but he wants to make sure he can let Goku know about this. He says, "Kakarot." He wants to let Goku know that his wife, family, are beautiful and take good care of them. That's what Bardock says before returning to the afterlife, and the entire time he showed up at Goku's house, he didn't once say that he was his father. All he wanted to do was see Goku and his family. Right after Bardock leaves, Chi-Chi says, "I kind of feel like that was your dad, Goku. He called me beautiful." And Goku, without saying much, has these tears rolling down his eyes. He knows that he just met his father for the first time. And that was the short little strip of how the encounter between Goku, Bardock, and his entire family would have gone down. There is a feeling that Bardock knew that Goku was going to be something special. In this story at least, that's why he wanted to see him. It was a proud family moment for Bardock to see his son pretty much free himself from the Saiyan trap under Frieza's rule. It made him very proud, and even though Goku didn't quite know what was going on, in the end he had tears rolling down his eyes because having Bardock reunite with Goku, even for only a few seconds, it's a satisfying feeling to see Bardock finally realizing that his sacrifice wasn't in vain. He was the seed that made Goku. Let me know what you think of this strip. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.